Good morning and welcome back to my garden. This is a very exciting day because I'm going to put in what will probably be the last plants for my summer garden. My plants have been doing relatively well so far. I'll give you guys a quick update about that. My radishes have bolted, so I'm not going to get any tasty radishes this year, but that's okay. I might try again this fall, but for now, it is what it is. Maybe I will chop up the last of the greens and cook them for dinner tonight, but I'm okay with that. I've tried it, I've failed, and I'm going to move on. Almost everything I planted in my last video have sprouted, which is very exciting. And perhaps a little bit more exciting than that, I am ready to put my tomatoes into the ground later today. We had a bit of a chilly spring. As of right now, it is mid-June of all times, and I'm only just getting my tomatoes in the ground. Tomatoes do not like temperatures below 50 degrees at night, and this is the first week that we are going to have nighttime temperatures above 50. I think it got down to like 45 or close to, or in the 30s range, Fahrenheit of course, this last week. And I'm just so glad that I get to put them in the ground at last. I have some bad news about the flower patch I've planted. I'm not the one who mows the lawn here. I'm very fortunate that that labor has been delegated to a lawn management company. My landlord doesn't make me mow the lawn. That's not too bad, right? Except, come on wind, please stop. Except that I don't get to see the people when they come to mow the lawn. I'm always at work when they do it, which is okay, but I'm not able to tell them that, hey, I have a patch of flowers here, please don't mow them. There are quite a few weeds that have overgrown there, so it just is what it is. Anyways, my flowers have been mowed away, which is a bit sad. I'm over it. It is what it is. But regardless, I'm going to take a look, see if there are any I can salvage and put into a flower pot right now, and hope that they'll be able to pop back so I can at least get some flowers this year. We'll see. I'm not too hopeful, but if I can get even just a little bit, that'd be cool. But let's take a look. some of my flowers. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm expecting at least half of them to die anyways from the transplant job I did. But I think I've given them a better shot than just leaving them in the way of the lawnmower. So hopefully they'll turn a corner, but if not, I tried. Next year, we'll see. We'll see if I do anything in that bed next year. Now it's time to plant some of the vegetables that I bought from the store. Every year I go, hey, I'll grow most of my plants from seed. I'll get my first round planted and ready, but then I don't do the second round. For me, it comes down to simply timing and the fact that I can only have so many plants underneath my grow light at a time. And then there is the fact that when you go to the plant store and you see like dozens upon dozens, if not hundreds, of healthy seedlings, it's kind of hard to stop yourself from buying, like, you know, valerian roots, even though you've never purchased a valerian plant before, but then you do it anyways, and you just hope for the best. First, let's talk about planting my tomatoes. Originally, I put some old tomato cages around some bean plants, but I think I will put tomato cages around my tomatoes again this year. Tomato cages are not the best support system for tomatoes. They just don't give them the structure that they need. They really do need some kind of central support. However, tomato cages just give them some support for their branches, which isn't particularly helpful for them. So I'm going to use both a central support and tomato cages for these plants. I decided to take the cages for my bean plants off, and I'm instead going to use a trellis system. I've never done this type of trellis before, so I'm really excited to see how it works out. I'm pretty sure that these bean varieties are vining beans, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited and I'm looking forward to the results. And it was really simple to set up. I'm not sure why I didn't do this type of trellis before. I just put 4 bamboo posts into the ground and I used some old cotton twine to secure everything together. Will they hold particularly well? We'll see, time will tell, and we'll see if the beans even climb up them, but I'm pretty happy with the results so far, and I'm excited to see what happens. But back to the tomatoes. I am going to try to companion plant with them. I've had some issues with psyllids in the past, and I want to be careful with some other common tomato pests. The last couple of years they just haven't done well, so I want to try to give them a better shot this year. French marigolds are excellent companion plants for tomatoes. Their root system is apparently really smelly for some pests, like I think root knot nematodes. Another YouTube channel called The Garden Hermit or Jock in the Garden has had an issue with root knot nematodes. I don't think I've had an issue with them thus far, but I do want to be careful, and I thought that this might be a good way to help encourage, you know, some more health in the garden. I also want to use sweet alyssum to attract beneficial parasitic wasps for my plants as well. Parasitic wasps prey on aphids and psyllids, so this plant should really help me prevent some infestations that I've had in the past. About a month ago, I found quite a few sweet alyssum plants around. However, yesterday I went to like 5 garden stores and I could not find a single plant. So instead, I grabbed a pack of seeds. These take about a month and a half to bloom. I'm not sure if it's going to be particularly worthwhile. It may be too hot out right now for them to do well, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now let's talk about the tomato plants themselves. I have 3 varieties. I have an Italian heirloom, I have a brandywine, and a sweet 100. They're not the most exciting tomato plants I've grown in the past. However, I just need a win. I need easy and a better guaranteed plants this year than some cool experimental blue tomatoes that ended up tasting not that great and not producing particularly well. While I plant my tomatoes, I'm going to remove probably the bottom half or so leaves, and this is because I have not trimmed them up recently, so I want to make sure that they have better airflow once they get into their actual pots. And also, I'm just really freaking excited for this. With all that said, let's go ahead and get started. success. I'm so excited about them. They seem to be off to a good start, and I'm hoping that they'll take off from here. Now, I have a couple of cucumbers that I need to get planted too. I'm also running out of time, so I'm going to kind of rapidly plant my cucumbers, plant some herbs, and then probably wrap this up. This year, I'm going to work with a pickling cucumber, and hopefully I can make pickles later. Not that I don't have plenty. A friend gave me a ton of pickles a little bit ago. And then I also have some regular slicing cucumbers. We'll see how they do. They did not do well last year, to say the least, so I'm just going to be a bit more hopeful this year. With the cucumbers, I'm also going to plant some marigolds with them as well. Pickles do not like their roots disturbed. However, I'm going to try to divide these 4 into just 2 plants. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. I might be just setting myself up for failure again, but we shall see. Now it's my lemon balm. I love lemon balm teas. I'm very excited for this one. Next up is oregano. Now I have a whole bunch of plants I'm going to grow in here, including dill, basil, valerian. I think that's it. Okay. I think I'm gonna hold off on planting valerian roots today. We'll see. I might come back later today and deal with it. Oh gosh. Huh. Wow. Okay. Oh, we'll pretend that's fine. What if I did do a couple though? Are you just seeing one plant? Oh. Not what I was expecting. Oh wow, look at that root mound. Wow, sometimes you just shouldn't divide plants. I think this is one of those times. There we go. This is probably a mistake. Wow. Well, I'm gonna try to put these in a different pot for now. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I got lots of my herbs planted, my final vegetables in the ground, I rescued some flowers, and I think I'm ready to be done and go get some brunch with a friend. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see if any of these little projects succeed, especially those flowers or this poor valerian root, make sure you subscribe to stay updated. If you enjoyed this, please like this video. But beyond that, I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!